Used and free, that's the best way to be. Hey, I'm Big Lou. You're watching Big Lou 2 and other things I want to do, and I got a review video for you, so let's do a review. I recently attained this Bayou Classic 2.5 gallon deep fryer for free, and took some elbow grease. My brother kind of found this some sort of way. Looked like somebody was throwing it away. It was really in bad shape. You could probably see the video images there that he texted me about it. He pressure washed it for me, got it pretty cleaned up, but still there was some work to do, and I had to replace the thermometer on it. So I thought about doing this video in 2 videos maybe, show you the restoration and review of this fryer, and then the fried green tomatoes and spiralized potatoes that I cooked in it for the first thing. But it's not going to be that long a video anyway, less than 15 minutes, and so I'm just combining them together. So if you want to see the review and stuff, it'll be first, then at the end I'm going to compare this to the newer model, and in between I'll show you how I cook fried green tomatoes and spiralized potatoes, and I will put the times here on the screen so you can skip to those parts if that's the parts you're interested in. Anyway, here is my review and my first use of the Bayou Classic 2.5 gallon fryer. No, it's not this tall. I've got it on a shaky table. Pretty cool device to have, though. Glad I got it. By the way, I've used these, I've used these for several years. The concession stand at the school where I teach for the band boosters, they use these, and when my kids were in the high school band, which was most of the last 12 years, we'd use these for the concession stands at football games and for various fairs and festivals. Here's some video of me frying in it maybe 6-7 years ago. Yeah, so I've got some experience using these, but now I've got one of my own. My brother obtained this, and he doesn't cook much. He said, "Do you want it?" I said, "Yeah," and it had some grease stains and all along there, and he pressure washed it for me, but it hasn't been used since he got it and gave it to me, and I picked it up on Mother's Day weekend. It's right now May 28th when I'm shooting this scene. As you can see, the thermometer is broken on it, but I went and picked up another Bayou Classic fryer thermometer from the local hardware store. You can see what I paid for it right there, $41.29, but I probably paid about $6-7 more than I would have if I'd ordered it online. But I was glad to buy it from a locally owned mom and pop brick and mortar store in my area. I need to wash that a little bit. Comes with a drain hose. I don't know if I'm gonna keep that on there or not. And this is loose, so I need to try to fix that. Look at that, I got some grass in there. It looks like I got a little bit of oil or something down in there. I don't know, maybe water or something. I'm gonna wash this out. I'm gonna fill it up with hose water, and I'm gonna bring it to a boil just to sterilize everything real well. By the way, the basket hangs there, but it's not a whole lot different than hanging it there. Anyway, I've used these fryers a lot, and I'm gonna be happy to use this one. And if I fill it with water and it doesn't leak, and it heats up and boils the water, I'll empty it out, fill it with oil, and we'll fry some tomatoes. All right, well, I put the new thermometer in place. I tried to clean all the black stuff off of that the best I could with some dish soap and some elbow grease. Filled it with water. A lot of the grass that was in there floated up. I got some of it out. I thought I'd gotten all of it out, but more of it's floating up. Maybe it'll drain out when I drain it. It's not leaking. Any water you see there is from when I sprayed it. Now remember, and I tightened this up. I hooked up the propane tank. You can see it was covered in a bunch of grease. Like I said, my brother pressure washed it, but that in the back didn't get done too well, but that's okay. I'll probably spill more grease on it too, because I've used these before and that's the way it happens. And there's a little bit of stained grease right here by this handle that didn't get off, but that's okay. I'll probably be spilling grease on it. So, see, more grass is floating. I don't know how that grass was in there, but oh well. All right, I'm gonna turn on the gas, see what happens. Well, first I gotta do this, don't I? I hear gas. So go ahead and light it. Do not light this with the gas all the way open, because it will pop. Now, it's roaring. Well, obviously the water is boiling. That's not even, it's right about 200. I guess it's somewhat accurate, but I'm not going to fully trust it. You do not want to stand in front of that thing. Trust me, there are flames coming out there. So don't stand behind the exhaust. Let's turn it off. All right, cut the gas off at the tank too, right here. Now, a lot of crud floating in there. Hopefully it'll stay floating and I can skim that off. I'm gonna let it cool down a little bit, and then I'm gonna drain it, dry it, fill it with oil, and we're gonna cook some fried green tomatoes and deep fried potatoes. What do you say? Look at all that crud on the back of that basket. Ugh. Need to go wash that in the sink. All right, well, brought the water to a boil. I got a slotted spoon and I skimmed off any gross stuff and grease stuff floating in it. And I drained the hot water out, and then I hosed it out and drained all that water out. And then I filled it up with 2.5 gallons of oil. Don't ask if you don't want to know that I'm cooking with corn oil. I know it's a seed oil, but you know, Missoula people trained me since the 70s that that's not supposed to be healthy. If you don't like it, you cook with whatever kind of oil you want. You're not eating these tomatoes anyway. All right. We get a little snarky, real slow here, like that. Then we turn it up, but it won't be long. All right, fried green tomatoes. I've got maybe 4 or 5 fried green tomato videos on this channel. In fact, the second video I ever made 10 years ago, nearly 10 years ago, be 10 years ago this November, back in 2016. The second video I ever made, they didn't even have YouTube Shorts then, and I shot it vertical, because there wasn't any TikTok or whatever, and I didn't know what I was doing. But anyway, I'll put that video down. Pretty much the same recipe, buttermilk, cornmeal. Anyway, here's fried green tomatoes. All right, to slice the green tomatoes, you want to cut the core out. Just get a pointy knife like this. And I should probably be doing this on the opposite side of the camera instead of reaching around. And just cut the core out like that. Then after that, I'm just going to start slicing. That one's going to have a hole in it, but it'll fry just fine. That one's kind of too thick right there. I need to cut them a little straighter. That'll be fine like that. That looks like a good one. That looks like a good one right there. So I'll move this camera out the way and I'm chop up the other 5. All right, once you got them cut, put them on a plate. You want to salt them. Now, this is a little salter thing, and I did that with each layer that I put on there. So wait a little while the salt draws out some of the water. Cornmeal seasoned with Tony Chachere's spices and herbs. Take a tomato. Buttermilk. Drain it into the cornmeal. Just like that. That's probably enough for the first batch. Got a few more batches to do. All right. Shake, rattle, and roll. Flip upside down. Shake, rattle, and roll. Voila. All right, here we go. Fried green tomatoes. Now you want to use cornmeal. Now weirdos use breadcrumbs. Breadcrumbs are acceptable, but we're gonna think you're weird. But if you use flour, that'll get you beat up. You want to use cornmeal for fried green tomatoes. And the way they're floating in the basket, looks like I can only do half a dozen at a time. All right, first time using this fryer in a while, and the first time ever with fried green tomatoes. There we go. I backed the thing down, and that oil should stay pretty hot. Let those drain a bit. Gonna be delicioso. That batch is done. All right, last batch of tomatoes. Oh, and the spiralized potatoes. Yeah, I'm cutting this with something called a country cutter. And I made a video a year or so ago about when I bought that country cutter at the same fair where I used to fry French fries in this thing. All right, you've seen this on my channel before. And maybe I need to, there we go. Just like that. I did a video about the fella selling these things a while back, but they make good potatoes. All right, that's it. All right. Spiralized potatoes are done. Look at that. Let them drain a bit. I got one more potato to cook. So would I recommend you get one of these things? Well, they've got a newer model out and it's much more expensive than this one used to sell for. This old model, when they came out with it, I guess 10 years ago or more, and it was around just under $200, like 199 bucks or something like that. It's much more than that now. I will put the Amazon price, current Amazon price of June of 2026, about right there on the screen somewhere. And, or maybe it was right. Anyway, you can see what it is. It's a lot more expensive than 199 bucks now. And that may be due to tariffs or whatever. So here is a comparison video. I went to a hardware store where they're selling the new ones, and I'll show you side by side the differences in what the new ones look like and what the old ones look like. Though I've got the old one. All right, the older one seems to be more slanted and the new one, the top is more flat. The exhaust on the new one seems to be thinner to me, and the word hot is just imprinted on it where it's stamped into the older one. And here's what I'm talking about with it being more flat. You have room to pull the basket out on the older one out of the oil. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of room there to pull the basket out of the hot oil. Of course, I haven't used it, so I don't really know. Now, the bottom on the newer one is flat. The bottom on the older one that I have goes down to an angle or a point, sort of like a V shape. You can look at the legs on the new one, and there are some knobs where you can detach the legs and use it, set it on a table easier. And of course, the handles on the older one fold down, and they do not on the newer one. And that is the Bayou Classic 2.5 gallon fryer. Thanks for watching Big Glue Barbecue.